What if you could take human emotion, fear, greed, and gut instinct completely out of the equation when it comes to managing your money? What if you could replace it with pure, unadulterated logic, running 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, without ever getting tired or second-guessing itself? That's the question I wanted to answer. So, I didn't just ask an AI for advice, I gave it a budget, a set of rules, and I effectively hired it. This wasn't about getting stock tips from a chatbot. This was about building an autonomous agent, a digital portfolio manager bound by a strict constitution I wrote myself. The rules were simple, but absolute. First, a hard stop loss. If the portfolio value dropped by more than 2.5% in a single day, the agent was programmed to liquidate all positions and halt trading. No exceptions. Second, diversification was mandatory. No more than 30% of the capital could be allocated to any single market sector, preventing it from going all in on a hot trend. And third, risk per trade was capped at 1% of the total portfolio. This wasn't gambling. It was a calculated, systematic approach. For the last 7 days, this AI agent has been managing my portfolio 24/7, scanning global news, analyzing market structures, and executing trades while I slept, worked, and lived my life. There were no panicked phone calls to a broker, no late-night doom scrolling, no gut feelings telling me to buy or sell. Every single action was logged, every decision justified by data. It was pure algorithmic execution. The agent's only goal was to follow its directives and optimize for the parameters I had set. It has no ego to protect and no fear of missing out. It just acts. Today, I'm pulling back the curtain on this entire experiment. I'm going to walk you through the daily logs, showing you exactly what it did hour by hour. We'll examine the mistakes it made, because it definitely made them, and analyze why its logic led it down the wrong path. But most importantly, we'll break down the single moment it did something extraordinary. A move so counterintuitive, so against human nature, that no trader I know would have ever dared to make it. This is the story of what happens when you hand over the keys to a machine. Let's get into it. My initial attempts were, let's just say, humbling. I started with a standard off-the-shelf chatbot architecture, the kind you might interact with for customer service. It was a disaster. These bots are designed for simple, linear conversations. They follow a script. But the market doesn't follow a script. It's a chaotic, multivariable system that requires constant adaptation. My bot was making rookie mistakes, forgetting its own logic from 1 minute to the next, and completely blind to the bigger picture. It was clear I needed a fundamental shift in my approach. I needed a system with a brain, not just a teleprompter. To make this work, I moved away from basic chatbots and used a framework called LangGraph. This was the game changer. Unlike a simple bot that just follows a linear script from A to B to C, LangGraph operates as a stateful graph. Think of it less like a straight line and more like a mind map. It allows the AI to create cycles, to revisit previous decisions, and to update its own state based on new information. This structure is what allows the AI to have a memory of its past trades and actually learn from its own mistakes. It can recognize a pattern, recall a previous failure in a similar situation, and choose a different path. It's the difference between a soldier following orders and a general commanding the field. With the architecture in place, I had to give it its prime directive. The core philosophy was simple, something any seasoned trader would recognize. I gave it a simple mandate: preserve capital first, grow it second. This wasn't just a hopeful suggestion. I hard-coded it through a series of strict risk management protocols. I defined absolute limits: a maximum daily drawdown of 2%, a hard stop on any single position, and strict caps on sector exposure. These weren't guidelines, they were unbreakable laws baked into its core logic. The goal wasn't to hit home runs, it was to stay in the game. I set it live on a Monday morning and walked away. This was the hardest part. Every instinct I have as a trader screamed at me to stay, to watch, to supervise. But the entire point of this experiment was to create a truly autonomous agent. My interference would contaminate the data. So, I closed the laptop and left my office. By Tuesday, I was already tempted to interfere. I saw a notification for a trade it had entered that I wouldn't have taken myself. My heart rate spiked. I had to physically restrain myself from logging in and hitting the kill switch. Wednesday was quiet. Thursday, it took a small, calculated loss, exactly as designed by the risk parameters. By Friday, it had closed its first few trades for a marginal net profit. Nothing spectacular, but it was working. It was surviving. Over the weekend, the system didn't trade, but it was still active, processing the week's data, analyzing its own performance, and refining its models for the week ahead. It was learning, even while the market slept. I had to trust the system, trust the rules I had written, trust the process. All right, let's pop the hood. The secret to this employee isn't just one monolithic block of code. It's a carefully designed hierarchy, a team. I built a manager agent that oversees 3 specialized workers. This structure is what allows for complex, coordinated behavior instead of just simple, reactive triggers. The manager doesn't do the grunt work. It delegates, synthesizes information, and makes the final call, just like a real-world team lead. It's the brain of the operation, orchestrating the entire workflow from a high level. The entire system operates on a principle called state management. This is the core concept that elevates it from a simple script to a thinking entity. It means the AI maintains a persistent, real-time state of the market at all times. This isn't just the current price of a stock. The state includes dozens of variables: market volatility, sector-specific sentiment, the breadth of market participation, and even the agent's own portfolio exposure. It's a continuous loop. Observe the market data, decide on a strategy based on that data, act by placing or adjusting orders, and then review the outcome to update its internal state. This cycle repeats, constantly refining its understanding. Now let's meet the team. First, I have the news scraper. This agent is my eyes and ears on the world. It's not just reading headlines, it's plugged into a fire hose of information, news APIs, social media streams, and even regulatory filings. Its sole purpose is to scan hundreds of articles a minute, specifically hunting for signals of a black swan event. These are the high-impact, low-probability events that can shatter a portfolio overnight. The criteria are strict. It looks for a sudden spike in keyword clusters related to systemic risk, like credit default, contagion, or emergency meeting, across multiple uncorrelated sources. If it sees smoke, it immediately alerts the manager. Second is the portfolio balancer. This is my risk manager. Its job is to ensure we aren't too heavy in one sector or a single name. It constantly monitors our live positions against predefined rules. For example, no single stock can exceed 5% of the portfolio, and no single sector, like tech or healthcare, can exceed a 25% allocation. If the news scraper signals high alert, or if market volatility simply causes one sector to grow too large, the balancer calculates the most efficient way to trim that position and bring the portfolio back in line with our risk parameters. It's the defensive coordinator, always protecting the downside. And finally, the sniper. This is the offensive player, the specialist. It has one job and one job only: execute high-probability entries during moments of extreme fear. It doesn't trade all day. In fact, most of the time, it does nothing. It only looks for the perfect V-shaped recovery pattern. I've defined this quantitatively: a sharp drop of at least 5% followed by an immediate aggressive rebound that recovers a significant portion of the initial drop within a very short time frame. The sniper's signal is the trigger, but the manager makes the final decision, factoring in input from the other agents before committing capital. It's designed for precision, not volume. Now, having a team is great, but a team with no memory is useless. That's where the long-term memory comes in. I used Pinecone as a vector database, which acts as the agent's persistent, queryable memory. Every trade, every market condition, every news event, it's all converted into a mathematical representation called an embedding and stored. This allows the agent to ask questions like, What happened the last 5 times volatility was this high and tech stocks sold off on a Friday? It can instantly retrieve similar past events to inform its current decision. This creates a powerful learning loop. For instance, if it consistently loses money trying to buy a specific dip pattern on a Friday afternoon, it doesn't just forget. The manager queries the memory, recognizes the negative pattern, and logs the failure. It then creates a new directive. The next time a similar setup occurs on a Friday, the system might automatically reduce its trade size or avoid the trade altogether. It remembers its mistakes, learns from them, and adjusts its logic for the future. It's not just following a static set of rules, it's writing new ones based on experience. So you see, this isn't just a bot executing buy and sell orders. It's a digital office, a cognitive architecture where specialized agents collaborate, managed by a central intelligence that learns and adapts. It gets smarter not just every week, but every single hour, with every new piece of data it processes. This is the future of automated strategy, not rigid algorithms, but dynamic learning systems. On Thursday, the market took a massive dip. My human instinct was to panic sell, but because the agent uses cyclic reasoning through LangGraph, it didn't panic. It ran a sentiment analysis check and realized the sell-off was driven by retail fear, not a fundamental change. It actually increased its position size. It was a cold, calculated bet that I wouldn't have had the guts to make. By Sunday night, the results were in. The AI didn't just beat my personal trading record, it did it while I was away from my desk for 90% of the week. This is the power of moving from chatting with AI to deploying AI agents.